Hey guys, Fiery Dragon here, and today I was making this video about the different art books I have. The first one here I have is the one that I really dislike. I got it as a gift. It's called The Artist Manual, and it would be a great book for artists, except for the fact that when you open it up, all of it is basically just a bunch of writing describing each art technique, which I think is fine if you were to be in an art classroom, but for a beginning artist, it's not the book for me, for one, and I wouldn't recommend this one at all. It does have some recipes in here if you want to make your own oil paints and stuff like that, which I think is cool, but I don't really have time to be making stuff, for one, and two, it's just having to read all of this is not something good for someone who's more of a visual learner such as myself. I prefer to find books that do things a bit more step by step versus having a book like this, which just kind of is basically a summary of each art style, and it doesn't really tell you much other than that. It's basically a summary. So, again, this one's the Artist Manual. I've been trying to sell this on eBay, but it's not working, so I'm probably going to sell this one in a garage sale. I don't like this book. I wouldn't recommend it. I don't suggest picking this one up. It's not exactly a book for beginning artists. I think it's more for advanced artists or people who, they know what they're doing with the art styles, but they want to see different recipes in here. And there's not very many recipes in here, to be honest, for, doing your own crafting stuff, so I really don't see any point in having it. But anyways, we're going to move on to the next one, which I know my other books are better because I picked these out. This one I didn't pick out. It was a gift, again. So I don't like getting gifts because, sometimes if it's, especially for art, because, I've told people nowadays, don't buy me anything else artistic for my birthday. No sketchbooks, no nothing. Because I'm very particular about the certain things that I buy. Very much so, because as an artist, I feel like I have to be. I want the best of the best kind of books. So we're going to move on to this next one, which, this one's actually pretty good. This one right here. It's by Walter Foster, which is one of my favorite brands. It's pencil drawing. This one's fantastic. And the reason why is because when you open it up, pencil drawing here, but hold on. It tells you basic hand positions so that you're not smudging your work and all that. So it gives you the basics at the very beginning. Shows you some sample textures and strokes that you can do to achieve, a better gradient from, one shade of darkness to another, or lightness, depending on what you're doing. Shows you how to measure and stuff like that, to be able to put everything perspective on your page so it looks the way you want it to look, and it talks about the value scale and all that. But I like this one because it goes over here and it tells you the project, and it shows you step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. Very plain, very simple. And it goes on to be like that for every page. So it'll show you step 1, step 2, whatnot. So it will have steps 3 and 4, and step 5, which would be your finished product. This one's great. I love these books. The Walter Foster books have been my go-to books. Whenever I picked one up, they never fail me. They're fantastic books. I'll try to link them down in the description box below if I can find them on Amazon, so that if anybody's interested and they want to buy it, they can just click on a link and they can get the book for themselves. So yeah, it just keeps going from there, showing you each and every thing that you do step by step, which is very important. It makes it so much nicer. So it has landscaping as well for this one, which is also good because I've been wanting to get back into trying to figure out how to do landscapes because I'm not the best at it. But this is also a fantastic book. Again, it's pencil drawing, Walter Foster brand, from the Artist's Library series. Fantastic book. And then this one again, also Walter Foster, and it's painting in oil. And it gives you good tips and tricks on how to do oil painting. I need to learn how to do oil painting, which is why I have this book. It has the introduction, table of contents, you know, what you need, what kind of colors, oil painting techniques and all that you can do, which is really, really good. So, and then the proper use of flat bristle brushes and stuff like that. So, that's why I like these books. They're very quick, very simple, very to the point. Tells you how to mix colors so that you get them to be the exact color you want them, because certain colors, when you mix them, they can come off a bit muddy, and you don't want that. So, again, it shows you the different things for oil painting, step-by-step process. Kind of have to, like, lay down the groundwork, and then go on from there. The good thing about oil painting, though, is it's pretty easy to layer up on it compared to acrylic painting. I don't really care to paint with acrylics. It's a bit of a challenge. But that's just me. I prefer watercolor more so than anything else because it's very easy. Watercolor is just, you know, you have certain dark areas and then you can lighten those areas with water. But yeah, these are really good. I have techniques for grass and weeds and landscapes and all that kind of fun stuff. So it's fantastic. So yeah, this book is pretty good. Again, I'll try to find links to these. If I can't, at least you know the brand. So yeah, and you know it would be painting in oil, and you know what the pictures look like. I think the author, it says down here, it's by William Paleth. So for that one, and then for pencil drawing one, it's by Jean Franks. So we're going to move on to this other one, which I think I have. This one's in colored pencil. So again, it's the same brand, Walter, same book, brand, Walter Foster Publishing, I guess you could say. This one is, God, if I could just focus in on the name. It should be by Morel Wise. So that's who that one's by. So this one's just colored pencil, which I do stuff with colored pencil. It's very, very fun to do. It's much easier to do too. So it has an introduction, value scale, you know, use of different colors and whatnot, how to get them the way you want them to be, to give yourself, you know, the best effect, to show lightness and darkness. Again, has all the step-by-steps, which is what I like. It's just easier. It's very easy for, like, somebody who needs to learn how to do stuff when they're first beginning. I prefer, you know, stuff like that to other things. So, but yeah, this one, just the colored pencils by Morel Wise, who's the author. So that one's fantastic too. And then we got an acrylics one, which I probably should read up on because I am struggling with an art project that I had been working on in high school but need to finish. Because I never got to finish it because my teacher, being the lovely person she was, decided to paint on my work of art, and I had to start over, and it was never fully finished like I wanted it to be for the thing I was supposed to do it for, so that was fun. But yeah, all of these are just going to show you different techniques, how to create texture and all that, you know, lesson plans, yada yada, showing you how to do stuff again step by step, following the pictures so you get the best effect. You can get some really cool effects with the different paint styles and art styles, and I think it's great. So yeah, this one is acrylics, translucent techniques for landscape painters. So this one's mostly about landscapes. So if you're in the market for a landscaping book, this is fantastic for learning how to do landscapes. So, and it's by R. Bradford Johnson, and it's Walter Foster Publishing. I should say publishing instead of brand, but yeah, this one's great. Moving on though. So this next one here one of the first books I got, The Art of Drawing Animals. It is fantastic because this one, again, shows you step by step what to do. It has the introduction, tells you the materials and tools, shows you basic techniques, shows you the different shading styles, which is great, showing you how to draw from photographs. So, yeah. But this is what I want to show you. It has the different steps again. So, bring it closer a little bit. Step 1, Step 2, Step 3, Step 4, and it has Step 5, Step 6 to get where you need to be. It just goes on throughout this book as well. They're very good, very, great books if you want to get very detail-oriented and you want to draw very realistically. I do love realism just as much as I love fantasy works, so to add that element of realism to your art, I feel like can be a very good thing to do. Not that you have to follow everything for realism. And then, if I remember correctly, going to the back of this one, this also has colored pencil. Shows you how to color in and do all that stuff to make it look as realistic as possible, which is also fantastic. So this is another great book for that. Because it does give you a few things to do. So yeah. So that one is this one, The Art of Drawing Animals. Publisher, again, is Walter Foster. Don't see anything else on here, though. But that's another great book. This one is fantastic. Love it. And this is the one that, started it all for me. This is the first book, my first art book, The Art of Basic Drawing. This is the one that started my love for art and the love for realism. A lot of, I think, pictures that I drew references of from this book. So, again, it's pretty much the same thing. The gist, Walter Foster, they all have, the same stuff. Show you how to draw each of them. You can do it by shapes here. I don't usually do that. I usually start with, Step 3. I just kind of skip down because that's what I'm more comfortable working with. Though I probably should do that. I do this instead. Because I don't like to take too long when doing art, because I feel like doing steps 1 and 2 for me are a bit unnecessary, even though I should do them because it's proper placement of where you want your stuff to be. But it's just me. I'm very, very much a person that's not okay with doing that for whatever reason. But yeah, they all do the same thing. So they have the different, ways of drawing them. So here's a Clydesdale if you wanted to draw that. There's a circus horse. It shows you, how to sketch it out and then go to the finished product. So and it gives you quite a variety of animals to draw, which I think is fantastic. That's why I was drawn to this book. It gives you quite a variety of animals to draw. Both of them do, actually. And, it enables you to learn how to become a much better artist. I think this one also has landscapes as well, which is also very helpful for a beginning artist as well, who wants to learn how to do landscaping. So, yeah, fantastic book. This was the one that started it all, and the one that's continued it. So, yeah, Art of Basic Drawing. So, Walter Foster. These books are great. I love them. Love, love, love them. Then, I've got this one, which is Drawing in Pen and Ink by Claudia Nice. It's the First Step series. So drawing in pen and ink, this one's great as well because it tells you your materials again. And it shows you, some stuff to begin, basic techniques and exercises, you know, kind of practice and fiddle around before doing stuff. So this one is just kind of showing 7 basic stroking techniques. You can do the stippling technique, which I love the stippling technique because it's very nice. Stippling means dotting technique. You can do cross-hatching, which does a really good effect as well. Contour lines, which also gives a nice effect. Parallel lines is another thing. You know, there's all sorts of different things. There's crisscross lines to kind of give it like a furry kind of texture. Scribble lines kind of looks a little messy. Wavy lines to kind of give the illusion that it's wood. So it gives you quite a bit of different techniques at the beginning to show you that, yeah, there's multiple different ways to do stuff. I'm not fond of cross-hatching, though, because it's messy. I don't like it. I prefer the stippling technique. I feel like it works a little bit better. The scribble lines technique again, and it goes over each technique and kind of how to apply it. It's really good, and like tells you about drawing freehand, stuff like that. So like you would basically sketch this out, and then you would go to here, you know, to get like the base of what you want, and you would go back to this, and kind of fill it in, and then you would finish it off, which is fantastic, and it tells you step by step, very briefly, of what you need to do, which simplicity is always best when it comes to learning different art techniques, in my opinion, especially new ones. But yeah, and this one also does the whole landscape, you know, tells you what to do, gives you different things. It's pretty great. Shows houses, animals. You can get really, really realistic with the techniques in this one as well. So yeah, and it does human anatomy, stuff like that. So this is another good one for that. So yeah, this book is also good. Drawing in Pen and Ink, First Step series by Claudia Nice. So yeah, this one's fantastic. Last but not least, this one, Mixed Media in Clay. Just recently picked this book up a few months back. It's by Darlene Olivia McElroy and Patricia Chapman. So techniques for clay, plaster, resin, and more. And when you open it up, it tells you about like clay casting, different techniques, casting small objects using kinetic sand, stuff like that, putty molds of large, flat, or unusual shapes. And it tells you how to like make the putty mold, making a mold to cast with, so it gives you steps on that, how to work with styrofoam, kind of how to work with mixed media in general, which is also something I like. I think mixed media can be really cool. How to do critter clay, coil vessels, and all that. It tells you so much. So this is another fantastic book. And once again, the Mixed Media in Clay, Techniques for Clay, Plaster, Resin, and More by Darlene Olivia McElroy and Patricia Chapman. So this is my last and final book. And that's where I'm going to end this video. But as always, I hope to see you guys in my next one, and I hope to be picking up some more books soon, and if I do, I'll definitely do another, book video letting you know why I like the book. Most of my books, you can guarantee that they're going to have step-by-step processes of how to do stuff. Because I'm very much a person that likes to be able to read something once, do it, and teach myself. But as always, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!